3. The Search. "Take me to see her," said Marta, getting in the car after her dance class. After school, Marta's chauffeur, sometimes still accompanied by a nanny, depending on the day of the week, took her to classes in dance, tennis, golf, swimming, and French. "Miss Marta, this is becoming a habit," said Baltasar, the chauffeur. "I took you there just last week." "That's why I want to go, because I know she'll be there this time of day." Baltasar drove to a gated house near Virreyes. The tall, ivy-covered wall made it impossible to see inside. The only thing visible was a large wooden gate blocking the driveway and a smaller pedestrian door next to it that had a narrow screen for a security guard to peep through. They waited outside. "Baltasar, can I bum a cigarette?" The chauffeur offered her the pack, and they both smoked. Marta was impatient. She wanted to see her. Last week, she had been picked up at exactly this time. "The Maxima isn't here," she said anxiously. "No," answered the chauffeur without missing a beat. He was used to waiting. After 13 years of searching, she couldn't hide her disappointment. No, it couldn't be 13. She herself had just turned 13 a few months back. When had she begun the search for her birth mother? At 5 years of age? 6? No, thought Marta. It began at the beginning. As soon as it entered the world, the child blindly sought her mother, guided by her sense of smell. Yes, the search began nearly at the beginning. Hence, it had taken Marta 13 years to find her, and she wasn't about to lose her. The wind blew, sweeping the leaves on the sidewalk. Clouds in the blue sky hinted at nighttime showers. The street was empty. There was no sound. A car turned the corner. It was the Maxima. Marta began nervously snapping her long fingers. She would come out. The car parked in front of the house. Marta waited, her eyes fixed on the home's gate. But this time it happened in reverse. A woman dressed in a gray wool pantsuit emerged from the car. She was short and curvy. The pants fit snugly on her hips, and her straight black hair was pulled back in a ponytail. With efficient strides propelled by low heels, the woman walked through the gate on out of their sight. "How can my mother be like that?" thought Marta. When Marta was 13 years old, their physical differences were not what most impressed her. Some years later, she would ask herself why she was tall and her mother short. Why blonde? How could they be so different? Were their personalities also different? But back then, Marta, still more girl than woman, did not compare her body to women's. She was not even a particularly tall teenager. It was not until she turned 17 that she went through a growth spurt. What profoundly affected Marta was how removed she felt from this woman. She asked herself the same question as always. Why did she give me away? "Ready to leave?" "No," said Marta. "I'm sure she'll come out again. Remember how last time she went to her office? Why don't you get out and chum up the other chauffeur and get him to spill the beans? Come on, Baltasar, please." "Not here," said Baltasar. Chauffeurs had their rules. They didn't gossip with just any old chauffeur, much less on an empty street. They had to be in a group, waiting for their employers, and then, with 3 or 4 hours to kill, they would chat with one another and share information. That's how Baltasar had discovered where this lady lived. He'd told Marta because he thought it only fair that the girl knew who her real mother was. Now he regretted it. He had not taken into account that when the girl got an idea in her head, nothing else in the world mattered to her. "That one," Marta would cry out upon seeing a lady driving a white minivan. She looked